Daniel Kaluuya's name has been popping up in online discourse recently, and I think it's because of Nicholas Holt's role as Lex Luthor in Superman. They actually were on the cast of a 2000s teen drama called Skins in the UK as teenagers, along with Dev Patel as well, and this was kind of a Star Maker series. They had an interesting way that they cast for it, where they just took teenagers literally on a casting call from the street and put them in this show, and it gave it a really realistic feel. And these actors ended up being really promising and having burgeoning careers. Daniel Kaluuya is an Oscar winner as well. He was in Get Out, which was obviously incredibly popular. He was then in Nope alongside Keke Palmer. What year was that? 2022 that came out?
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Get Out was 2018?
Get Out was, I think, either 2017 or 2018.
Okay.
And Nope was, I think, 2022. And I saw this viral tweet that said, movies used to have Daniel Kaluuya. And people were wondering why he seems to have fallen off in his career. And I saw the top response claiming he joined a cult. And I had no idea that he joined a cult.
And you had to go investigate.
Weirdly kind of common. More common than you would think in Hollywood.
I said to you, given the personality types it takes to be an actor, it's hard to believe that all of them don't end up kind of worshiping at the altar of some weird guru.
Yeah, well, there's the general Hollywood cults, but it's more loosely connected than the specific ones like Scientology, or maybe the weird cult that Jared Leto kind of runs with his female fans, and they meet up on islands and wear white together in Kumbaya. But Daniel Kaluuya seems to have joined a more obscure cult under the leadership of a woman who calls herself Heir Holiness. And this was
props for his hipster notion for culthood. He didn't go down the traditional path.
This was a topic of conversation in 2022 when he abruptly fired people who were managing him at the talent agency CAA, and he let go of all of these people, including stylists as well, personal assistants, at the behest of Heir Holiness.
Well, Heir Holiness probably said that they had bad energy.
Do you have that image of her, by the way?
Is she in this?
She's in the New York Post article.
Resend it to me here real quick.
She's on the headline image in this, actually in this page 6 article here. Okay. Just posing in a bra. Okay, she's more of an influencer, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't...
In this day and age...
This is her?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I don't really imagine ever going to somebody that looks like that for some type of wisdom or deeper understanding of the world.
Well, Daniel Kaluuya just must have an insight into this woman that you don't have. They say Daniel Kaluuya is beloved in Hollywood as a down-to-earth guy, but insiders are concerned after he has jettisoned his agents and publicists and seems to be under the influence of a charismatic, quote-unquote, life strategist. And this is because in a now deleted LinkedIn post, she credited herself as his personal manager. And now that is no longer on her profile on LinkedIn. Heir Holiness.
Wait, cult leaders have LinkedIn profiles?
She does, or did at the time.
I mean, I don't know what's scarier, LinkedIn or cult.
Heir Holiness called herself Daniel Kaluuya's personal manager on a now deleted LinkedIn page seen by the New York Post. She has also described herself as the head mistress for the international alma mater Blessed University. And this was from an anonymous source at the time claiming, "We can't figure out who she is. We really have no clue as his team has shifted camps."
Do you think that Hustler's university credits and this university's credits transfer, or do you have to start from scratch?
Maybe this predated Hustler's University.
Could be.
The Post confirmed with multiple sources that Heir Holiness was by Daniel Kaluuya's side as he filmed Nope, the second horror movie with director Jordan Peele after Get Out. And last month before that, it was in February 2022, that Puck News reported Heir Holiness's behavior during the filming of Nope, in which Daniel Kaluuya stars, caused people on set to be concerned about her influence over the actor. People on the Nope set were very concerned that Heir Holiness had taken over Daniel Kaluuya's life, and all decisions had to go through her. I've heard there were multiple blow-ups, and the production people were afraid of her.
Damn.
However, another source said not everyone was a fan of hers, and she had never shown up on set personally. And then he fired his talent agents at CAA. They confirmed that he was no longer with the agency shortly after Get Out. And a spokesperson said that they confirmed that. And then another inside source claimed that Heir Holiness marginalized Daniel Kaluuya's usual team. And he also sacked his stylist and multiple assistants at her behest.
I would love to know the reasoning given by her as to why they could no longer work with him.
Well, the interesting thing is that she denied having any involvement in the decision for him to fire these people. She was on a rant on her Instagram stories where she responded to these accusations, calling these stories fake. Heir Holiness said that Daniel Kaluuya had some problems in his business with some people and he fired them. What does that have to do with me? I don't know why they got fired exactly. I never met any of these people. None of the people that got fired have I ever seen in person, and I do not know them. I don't know why they got fired exactly.
So what do you think? Is she telling the truth, or is this the type of thing where she's like, I need to have complete control over you, but if she can't offer him styling advice, why does it matter if he has a stylist?
I mean, I think she was probably
trying to bring in her own people?
No, I think she was probably hiding or omitting the full truth, which is that she has a personal relationship with this actor, and the things she says as an advisor to him hold a lot of weight. And yeah, she may not have met any of these people or been directly involved in his decision to fire them, but she can plant the seeds like, these people are bad influences over you. They don't know what's best for you. They don't have your best interest at heart like I do. And then at the end of this screed that she went on at the time on Instagram, she pivoted to a weird sales pitch for amulets. She said, I'll have some for sale. The Hamza, the I, and the Om, the most powerful protection symbols. The swastika as well. But because Hitler used it, and it still has such a negative connotation, I will not be offering that one. But it is the most powerful, she says.
Well, there are other countries that use that symbol, right?
Well, that's true. Yeah. It does have Hindu origins, but was appropriated by National Socialism. I suppose she thought it was too controversial to sell on her platform.
Well, it's good to know that she has a line in the sand somewhere.
Another insider on Nope said there are many actors and artists in Hollywood who work with spiritual advisors and use them for guidance and support, but him leaving his talent agency and publicists, that's the unusual thing. It's kind of weird. And then a source who knows Daniel Kaluuya believed that he met Heir Holiness on the set of Black Panther in 2018. Apparently, he was introduced to Heir Holiness through a makeup artist who is a crystal chick.
So this is all Ryan Coogler's fault.
Well, it's really the makeup artist's fault, it sounds like. And the Heir Holiness at the time was going by the name Heir Princess. They said her real name is... it's spelled very strangely, Vanilla Salima Mahmood, and she is from California and has at least 3 accounts on Twitter, one of which was private at the time, and an Instagram account with messages like, I'm just a spiritual gangster serving a life sentence in a human body. Daniel Kaluuya and Heir Holiness were so close during the publicity run of Judas and the Black Messiah that he would fly her to LA and from Las Vegas every week for spiritual healing, mental exercises, and a diet of herbal supplements to lose weight. Forgive me if I have my mind going to Harley Pasternak places right now, but that doesn't really check out to me. That sounds like drugs. That sounds like a drug dealer. We have a 20 from Shane H. Wilder. He wouldn't be the first one from Skins who ended up in a cult. Hannah Murray, who played Cassie, hasn't done anything since 2018 after an involuntary committal stemmed from her joining a wellness cult. I didn't even know that.
I admit, so here's the thing. I'm a regular checker of IMDb on actors, and I'm always kind of intrigued when I see like a gap when they stop having roles.
Right.
Now with the women, it's less so because I assume that they just had kids and started a family. Is that sexist of me?
It's
but
common.
Like they stop acting, they start a family and they move on with their lives. With the men, I'm like, so he was Me Too'd. That's my first thought. If there's a gap in if somebody's been acting regularly since the 90s, the early 2000s, and then suddenly there's just no roles there, I'm like,
especially past like 2017 and onward.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that never happened to Daniel Kaluuya.
No.
So it seems more like this so-called spiritual advisor or health guru is meddling in his personal relationships and actually influenced him to end a relationship. They say they saw a photo of them cuddling together on a hot air balloon, and Daniel Kaluuya was celebrating his birthday, and he was with British actor Damson Idris.
Hey, the guy from F1.
Kaluuya was last known to be dating a woman based in New York City, but that is ending, according to sources who know him. Yeah. And one claimed that Heir Holiness may have influenced the breakup.
Of course. She's bad energy.
Yeah, a woman who confirmed that she is Heir Holiness denied working with or for Kaluuya and said she had only met him a few times. She said, "People are saying I work with Daniel Kaluuya. I would love to work with Daniel Kaluuya." But she said her moniker is derived from a slave name, and she confirmed she had run the international alma mater Blessed University before the pandemic. This is the International Alma Mater School of Ascension, an institution created to serve today's women in business with education in leadership empowerment and spiritual self-sufficiency as a foundation for excellence in life and business.
Bro,
and now they have a website for the school that is no longer serviceable.
You can sell somebody anything if you put enough big words in front of it.
This is just a fraction of the story. It goes much deeper than this. It seems like they have a deep personal history together, and whether it's a personal trainer or a pastor or a spiritual guru or a so-called friend, it seems like a lot of actors and entertainers in general have shady relationships with people who are meddling in their personal business. I've been looking into the spiritual advisors that Justin Bieber has associated himself with over the years, and I have a running list of them now. It's not just Pastor Judah Smith or these people from Hillsong in LA. It's more than that, and a lot of them have their own controversies that people don't know about. And I think that there needs to be like a real deep dive study into them, because they seem to be very insidious actors with not the best interests of these talent at heart.
Shocking.
They're looking for a paycheck, but they're also seemingly feeding them drugs, in the case of Harley Pasternak, meddling in their family life, and eventually getting Kanye institutionalized. That is not something a personal trainer does. Like, show me any personal trainer who speaks to their client the way that Harley Pasternak spoke to Kanye, and I would die to see the conversations between Daniel Kaluuya and this Heir Holiness chick, because clearly there is more than meets the eye here.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.